What is up, guys? TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with the start of another series. It is the Add A Legend challenge. So if you don't remember from last year, how it works is we sim one regular year, no one added, see how the team does, kind of like a control year. And then after that we add a legend every year for 10 years, so it's 11 total years, and see how many World Series we can win. Yeah, I think last year the most we had to add was 17. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to go ahead, sim this first year. I already have a full list of players. For reference, the only player I didn't create myself was Frank Thomas. I didn't change any of their appearances. I didn't go too in-depth with it. You don't like any of the stats, obviously leave a comment down below. But I kind of just went off their best season. So yeah, that being said, let's sim this first year. We'll stop at the All-Star break, and then, yeah. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. I'm assuming no one from our team is here. That would be correct. Let's see, who do we have? We're guaranteed one. Who is that going to be? Probably, it's not Sir Anthony Dominguez. Oh, it's Kyle Teal. That makes sense. Anyone else from our team? No. Yeah, alright, that's fine. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Alright, the White Sox finished 59 and 103. That is our base year. That is really bad. I'm going to go add my first legend, and then I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, the first legend we've added is Frank Thomas. I didn't make it, but whoever made this was very good. Yeah, I mean, he's a stud. Pretty simple. So I'll see. I mean, it wasn't our biggest positional need, but third base is. So I kind of just assumed they'll put Murakami at third. Even though his defense kind of sucks. It is what it is, though. I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. Let's see. Frank Thomas having a good year. He's hitting 338 with 31 home runs. Insane start to the season. Ohtani has almost 40 already, which is nuts. See who the All-Stars are. Obviously, Frank Thomas is going to be probably... I'm pretty sure he's probably the DH if I had to guess. Is there anyone else here? No Kyle Teal. Frank Thomas, I mean, he's going off. He should be there. Oh, he's not even our DH. He's our first baseman. Alright, I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Alright, so the addition of Frank Thomas, of course my face is blurry, gives us an extra 15 wins. We don't really do anything fantastic. Frank Thomas had a good year. Finished off 313. Did he win any awards? Probably Rookie of the Year. He won MVP, Rookie of the Year, Hank Aaron, All-Star, Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, and Home Run Champion. Wow, they gave him a Gold Glove. I mean, okay, I guess that works. Yeah, I will see. Well, actually, hold on. See if anyone else did anything. League leaders, you can see Frank Thomas went off. That was about it. In the awards, we already saw all of them, but Frank Thomas had a phenomenal year. Just an absolutely insane year, 52 home runs. So, yeah, let's go add another legend, see what we can do. Alright, the next legend I added is Ed Walsh. He's like their all-time leader in almost everything as a starting pitcher. Not everything, but a lot of things. So I made this player model. His velocity sucks. His break is insane, though. Just because most of the old-time pitchers, there really isn't much on, and they didn't throw very hard. But he was a stud, so yeah, he's who we're adding. Hopefully he can help us win more games, so I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team has taken a step back. Frank Thomas is here, though, which we like to see. Anyone else from our team? I'm assuming our starting pitcher should be here. He is not. That sucks. Anyone else from the team? Frank Thomas hitting 338 on the dot again, which is kind of crazy. Anyone else? Not that I'm seeing. So, yeah. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. All right, we won the exact same amount of games. One thing that I did want to point out is that Frank Thomas is no longer in the game. Absolute insane season from him, though. Not surprised. He does win the batting title again. MVP, Rookie of the Year, Hank Aaron, All-Star, Silver Slugger, batting title, and Home Run Champion. How did our guy... let's check out the awards. Frank Thomas, Hank Aaron, Rookie of the Year, MVP, batting title, and Triple Crown. Starting pitcher was not here. How did he do? Ed Walsh, I mean, he did okay. 313, 12 and 13, 212 innings pitched. Kind of did what he would have done in his era. But we do need to get him some help because, you know, he's pitching very well, just not getting wins. So yeah, I'm gonna go add another legend, and then we'll hop back in. The next legend we added is Robin Ventura. He's only 96. I made him myself. He's good. He'll progress throughout the year because I gave him 99 potential. Yeah, I mean, he's a definite upgrade over Miguel Vargas, so this should help our team out a lot. Hopefully make us win maybe 80 games this year. We're currently ranked as a team 12th, so who knows? We might be kind of on the playoff edge right there, so let's start simming. All right, we're at the home run derby. Let's see how the team's doing. Frank Thomas, 29 home runs. We'll probably see his production fall slowly over time with the addition of better players. He is starting at first base, though. I do want to see Robin Ventura here. I kind of need to see him here. Frank Thomas doing his thing. No Robin Ventura, so that is not good. We don't have anyone else here, which sucks, but it is what it is. Let's finish out the rest of the year, see how we do. All right, we won 85 games and made the postseason. We're taking on the Red Sox. How did the guys do? Ed Walsh had a good year. Frank Thomas, I mean, jeez, he's a beast. I still can't believe they took him out of the game. Yeah, I mean, Robin Ventura had a good year as well. He's up to a 99. Let's check out the awards. Frank Thomas wins the Hank Aaron Rookie of the Year and MVP. Oh, he didn't. Wow. So they gave the batting title to Vlad. They technically tied. Grant Taylor, not bad. Yeah, Ed Walsh and then Robin Ventura third. I mean, not a bad year from the guy. So that being said, though, let's get into the playoffs. And we get eliminated in the first round. All right, that's a good sign, though. Hopefully this is our base and not kind of like a fluke year of goodness. So let's go add another legend. And, yeah. All right, this might be semi-controversial, but we are going to add Joe Jackson. Shoeless Joe, known for the scandal of 19 whatever. Yeah, he was an absolute dog, though. I think he hit like 380 one year, which is nuts. Yeah, add him to the team. Let's see if he can help us make it back to the playoffs. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is doing very well yet again. Frank Thomas is just a beast, which we like to see. Joe Jackson out there in left field. Ed Walsh getting it done. Finally has a team around him that can put runs on the board, which is good. Anyone else for us? Frank Thomas, we saw hitting 332. Good for him. Anyone else? Robin Ventura makes his first All-Star appearance in this video. Hitting 299 with 22 home runs. Good year from him so far. Joe Jackson hitting 335. 11 home runs. I mean, maybe a little bit much, but it's fine. I think that is it, yeah. All right, see you guys at the end of the year. All right, we win 91 games. Good step forward. Ed Walsh led the league in strikeouts. Joe Jackson in stolen bases and hits. Frank Thomas in runs. Oh, Frank Thomas, not the greatest of years. Like I said, obviously, stats are probably going to fall off as we add more players. Frank Thomas, Rookie of the Year. But Judge wins MVP. Frank Thomas with a little bit of a down year, I guess you could say. Ed Walsh did a good job. Robin Ventura. How did our man, Shoeless Joe do? He hit 318, had 51 stolen bases, did a great job. So, yeah, I mean, the team is very solid at this point. See if we can get out of the first round now. We can. Taking on Seattle, and we get swept by Seattle. I mean, very close, though. We're a couple pieces away, I think. So, let's go add another player. All right, the next player we have added to the mix is Red Faber. Also one of like the all-time leaders in most of their stats. These two, I think, are their top two WAR leaders, I think, at least, bare minimum. So, yeah, this should definitely help our team out a lot. Should make us an actual force to be reckoned with, I'm hoping. Want to win a World Series sooner rather than later, obviously. So, see if we can get it done this year. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is about at the same point they were last year. Frank Thomas only 26 home runs. See who we have as all-stars. Ed Walsh, Frank Thomas, Joe Jackson off rip. Red Faber also here. These guys are going off. All right, anyone else from our team? Frank Thomas. No Robin Ventura this time around. Joe Jackson only hitting 300 with 33 stolen bases. 17 home runs? All right, I wasn't expecting him to hit that many home runs. It is what it is, though. Let's get to the end of the year, see if we can finish off strong. All right, 92 wins, not bad. We are the 3 seed. How close are we? Not. I mean, we're kind of close. The Rays. The Rays. All right. Ed Walsh tore it up. I mean, great season from him. Joe Jackson had a great year. None of our players up there, though, which is a little bit worrisome. Frank Thomas, Rookie of the Year. No one for MVP, though. Ed Walsh finishes second for the Cy Young. Needed a couple more wins. Rookie of the Year, we ran away with. Frank Thomas obviously won it. Ed Walsh, great year. Robin Ventura, great year. Let's get to the playoffs. We need to get one sooner rather than later. We beat Toronto. And then we lose to the Rays by 1. We are so close. We are so close. Alright, let's get another player in here. Alright, the next player we have added is Bobby Thigpen. He is their all-time leader in saves. He had a 57 save season. I don't remember what year it was, but he is a beast. So, yeah, he's going to be the new closer on this staff. I think that's going to elevate us a lot. Actually, hold on. Let's see what we're ranked currently. Currently ranked second. This should be our year to kind of make that push to the World Series. So I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team is doing very, very well. No one here, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Frank Thomas still getting it done. Joe Jackson out in left field. Ed Walsh is here doing his thing. Bobby Thigpen is doing a great job. 30 saves. You know, kind of doing what we need him to do. Frank Thomas hitting 360, only 24 home runs, but he's hitting, which is good. No Robin Ventura. Joe Jackson is a beast. Yeah, team looks good. This should be our year. Let's get to the end of the year. All right, we won 108 games. I think that's a little bit of a fluke. Don't think we're going to be, winning that many on average. Ed Walsh had a great year. Joe Jackson and Frank Thomas getting it done. Joe Jackson wins himself a batting title. Actually led the entire MLB. Let's see the awards. Ed Walsh, Rookie of the Year. Surprising. Batting title, Joe Jackson. No one for MVP, though, which is nuts. Ed Walsh doesn't win Cy Young because he had 1 extra loss and 1 less strikeout. Great year from him, though. Joe Jackson won the batting title. We saw that. Bobby Thigpen, Reliever of the Year, in second place. Finishes with 53 saves. How many blown saves do you have? Does it show blown saves? Am I blind? I see saves, but I don't see blown saves. He had 6 blown saves compared to David Bednar, who had 4 blown saves. I mean, good year from the two of them, but Bobby Thigpen, good year. Yeah, let's just get into the playoffs. This has to be a year. We do get a bye, so immediately into the division series. And we lose to Baltimore in 5. All right. We have, let me see. We still have 4 more players to add, so I think we're in a great spot. But let's go add another player. All right, the next player we have added is Hoyt Wilhelm. He was an absolute dog. He pitched his career. He was pitched from the age of 29 was his first MLB year to the age of 49. Played with the White Sox in his 40s. So, yeah, I mean, he was very good for them. Insane knuckleball. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he helps us out a little bit. I'm hoping he doesn't fall off a cliff overall wise. If he does, I'm going to increase his stats next year. But, yeah, let's see how he can do for us. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. See if anyone is here for us. No one. Ozuna from the Pirates is there, though, which is cool. Let's see. No Frank Thomas. Ed Walsh is here. Red Faber is also here. Bobby Thigpen is here. Not a great start to the year. Frank Thomas is here. He's just not the starter. No Robin Ventura. He's been very quiet recently, which is okay, I guess. Joe Jackson doing his thing. I mean, the team's doing okay. Hopefully we can kind of make that late season push, take it into the playoffs. So, yeah, let's finish off the rest of the year. Okay, so we only win 84 games, don't even make the playoffs, which is really bad. Really bad. Ed Walsh and Red Faber did an amazing job. Couldn't do enough, I guess. The hitting, I guess, just was not there. Frank Thomas, Rookie of the Year, but that's it. Scoobs wins himself a Cy Young because we just couldn't get wins on the board. That is rough. That is really, really rough. All right. We've got 3 players left. Hopefully, the one we're going to add is going to help us out enough. So, yeah, let's go add him to the team. Alright, this might not have been the greatest of players to add, but we added Paul Konerko to the team. Couldn't do a White Sox Add A Legend and not add him. He is a beast, doesn't play very good defense, but hopefully he can get a job done. Might end up moving Murakami to like second base or something. I don't know. He might just come off the bench, I guess. But let's see if the addition of Paul Konerko can take us to the next level. Yeah. Alright, we're at the home run derby. The team has returned to dominance. Frank Thomas leading the charge, thankfully. Kind of hitting his stride again. Joe Jackson, Ed Walsh, Frank Thomas, all starters. Anyone else? I mean, Matt Strom heavier. Bobby Thigpen doing his thing. Anyone else? Frank Thomas and Paul Konerko is here, which is good. Two-headed monster over there. Frank Thomas having that many stolen bases is crazy, but you know what? Good for him. And the game fucking crashed. Nice. Alright, so we did try this season and the game crashed, unfortunately. But the player we did as Paul Konerko. Hoping he can kind of push us back to the dominance that we saw in the last couple of years. Hopefully this is the year we win a World Series. If not, we're in trouble because we only have 2 seasons left. Yeah, start simming. At the home run derby, the team is actually, doing better than it was last year. But the other time, Frank Thomas was on fire. It is what it is, though. Frank Thomas at first, Red Faber. No Joe Jackson out in left field. That is not ideal. Bobby Thigpen absolutely dominating 32 saves. Frank Thomas and Paul Konerko both here doing a good job. Anyone else? Joe Jackson is here. They have 5 left fielders on this team, which is kind of crazy. But the team's doing well. Let's finish off the year strong and hopefully get a job done here. Alright, we won 100 games. Let's see if we can get the job done here. Red Faber had a phenomenal year. Frank Thomas, Joe Jackson leading the charge. Let's check out the awards. Bobby Thigpen, Delivery Man of the Year. Red Faber, Cy Young. Frank Thomas, AL Rookie and MVP. Red Faber finally gets a job done. Bobby Thigpen, 50 saves, 1.63 ERA. Great year from him. Yeah, let's see if we can finally win ourselves a World Series. This should be the year. Taking on Toronto. And we do move on. This is the furthest we've gone. Taking on the Astros. And we get beat down in 5. That is really bad. All right, we have 2 more players to add. Hopefully, that's what takes us over the edge. So, yeah. All right, the next player we added is Ted Lyons. Yeah, he was one of the better players. So, hopefully he can help us get the job done finally. Not the greatest hits per 9 or Ks per 9. I mean, when I looked at his stats, they weren't the greatest. But he is one of their highest WAR pitchers. So, yeah, I mean, it's still a, big upgrade. It's 20 overall upgrade. This should take us to the World Series. Yeah, let's get to the All-Star break. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is doing very well. Paul Konerko and Frank Thomas are both here. I'm sorry, who from the Nationals? Was that the GOAT? James Wood? Hell yeah, baby, hell yeah. Let's see. Who are our all-stars? We've got Frank, Red, and Joe. Shoeless Joe. Bobby Thigpen also here. He's kind of almost a given at this point. Frank Thomas and Paul Konerko, the 2-headed monster. Robin Ventura finally makes his way back. Probably the reason why we're so successful this year. Joe Jackson doing a job, and that is about it. Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, not really surprised, but I was kind of hoping at some point we'd see one of the actual current players be an all-star besides the first year. So it is what it is, though. Let's finish off the year. We do win 114 games, which is just absolutely nuts. Red Faber, 25 wins. Bobby Thigpen led the league in saves. Ed Walsh did a great job. Joe Jackson, Paul Konerko, Frank Thomas. I mean, this team has everything we need. Let's check out the winners. Bobby Thigpen, Delivery Man. Red Faber, Cy Young. Konerko, Rookie, and MVP. And the batting title goes to Joe Jackson. I mean, what a year from these two. That is what we needed. This has to be the year. We're hot. The team is phenomenal. Taking on the Tigers. We beat them down in 3. Taking on the Yankees. We beat them in 5. Taking on the Phillies. And we beat them in 5. There we go. We get 1. So it looks like the addition of what's his name, Ted Lyons helped push us towards the edge. And so my fear has been correct. Hoyt Wilhelm has been dropping off a cliff. So I'm going to just make him better for the next, what's it called? For the next time around, because he only pitched in 3 games. But yeah, the team did what we needed to do. We've got one more player to add, one more chance to win another World Series. So let's go see if we can get it done. All right, for the final season, we have added Bobby Jenks. May he rest in peace. Recently passed away. Was very good on the White Sox for, you know, a solid amount of time. I think he's like 3rd all time for saves with their team. I upgraded Hoyt Wilhelm a little bit. Hopefully he'll, you know, stay good for the rest of this year. Can I just change his age, or is it too late? Yeah, we're just gonna make him 30. It's not from when he was 30, but just so that he doesn't fall off a cliff. So yeah, I mean, we already won 1, so this one would just be added bonus. So see if we can get a job done. All right, the final home run derby. Konerko and Frank Thomas getting it done. See, Ventura is the start. I think it's the first time he's actually starting. Don't have it. I thought it said, okay, we don't have any starting pitchers, which is a little bit, you know, sad. Bobby Thigpen doing a good job. Only 20 saves so far. Assuming that means our relief pitchers are taking some of them. Thomas and Konerko just absolutely nuts. Robin Ventura doing a great job. Joe Jackson out and left. I mean, we've only gotten 4 positional players, and this team has been very good. So, yeah, I don't mind that. Let's finish off the year strong. Alright, so we win 98 games. Not the craziest of seasons, but it'll get a job done. Ed Walsh and Red Faber, you know who they are. You know what they're doing at this point. Frank Thomas, Joe Jackson. No Paul Konerko, but you know what? That's okay. Frank Thomas absolutely destroyed it, though. I mean, that said he had, what, 58 home runs? 55 home runs? Nuts. Frank Thomas, Hank Aaron, and Rookie of the Year, and MVP. Joe Jackson gets the batting title. Red Faber, 2nd for the Cy Young. Yeah, I mean, the team did very well. This is our final postseason run. See if we can get one more. Taking on the Athletics. Easy sweep. Taking on Seattle. They knocked us out a couple sims ago. Hold on, let me fix my camera for a second. Hold on. Alright. Take the first 2, lose the next 3, and get eliminated. So we only get 1 World Series, but at least we got 1. This is what the final team looked like. Let me know if I missed any legends down in the comments. I was thinking about using Tim Anderson, but I was like, we've got Colson Montgomery, and Tim Anderson was, no offense, never that great. This is what the final team looks like. Yeah, I mean, great team. They did their thing. Sucks we couldn't get that last World Series one, but we at least got 1. So, yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.